Hello, everybody. The following video was made by Roxas1359, and the gameplay and voice work originally for this playthrough was done by him. This is just merely extra commentary for the sake of it. Anyway, this is part 0, episode 0 of Crash Twinsanity. Why am I doing this one first of all these other playthroughs? Because it's the first one I actually saw. Let's just put it that way. Anyway. Sony Computer Entertainment. Ooh. PlayStation 2. They didn't make a GameCube, unfortunately. Oh well. Vivendi Universal Games. Not that. Stop that. Traveler's Tales, Oxford Studio. Ah! I'm just running away. Whee! Yeah. Oh no! Ooh. Ah! Oh no! 3 years ago. Well, that's hilarious. Ah! I'm being chased by Uka. Ah! And there's a seagull. Okay. I think that's a seagull. Okay.
I can just hear the screams of yes now. Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome to my newest Let's Play of Crash Twinsanity. Crash Twinsanity was created and developed by Traveler's Tales, published by Vivendi
Sorry, my nose was being blown. Sorry.
Universal Games, Sierra Entertainment inside of PAL Regions, and released for the PlayStation 2 and original Xbox in 2004.
And no GameCube.
Since its
And no Nintendo GameCube, that is.
initial release in 2004, Crash Twinsanity has gained the plethora of cult fans, and this game has gone into cult classic status by many. For me, this is actually my favorite Crash Bandicoot game out of them all, and for many others, they consider this the last quote-unquote great Crash Bandicoot game.
That is before the Crash remasterings for the PS4 came out. Mind you, this was in 2005.
Give my opinions on the
Not 2017, which is this year.
games in the future if
And a few months ago.
it's not already known, but I just want to talk about Crash Twinsanity for the project. Now, Crash Twinsanity has a plethora of content that was cut out of it, and in all intents and purposes, it's pretty buggy, but it has a saving grace that I think really makes up for it, and that is the writing. This plot does not...
Any good writing can make anything that makes no sense whatsoever somehow good.
not take itself seriously in the slightest. It realizes its main character is an anthropomorphic bipedal bandicoot wearing pants and sneakers. Not unlike, say, Sonic 06, which thought it could take itself extremely seriously.
Well, I've actually played that game on the PS3, and, well, whenever I was able to play with it and not have my brother annoying me, I actually kind of enjoyed it. Not to say it's going to be the greatest game ever, but I've actually kind of enjoyed it. Just to let you know, I tend to have a high tolerance with some video games. To the point where I wouldn't even call Sonic 06 the worst game ever, honestly. Then again, I probably should play it one more time. Maybe I should LP it. Got a PS3. The PS3 version. Someday.
This plot takes place 3 years after the events of Wrath of Cortex, as seen by the intro, and the story can be credited to ex-Ren and Stimpy writer Jordan Rychek was the writer of Crash Twinsanity, who went a lot uncredited for the game. The game was unfortunately...
I hate it when people get uncredited for stuff.
Rushed by Vivendi Universal Games, or as you might recognize them by their other name, Universal Interactive Studios. What else did they rush, resulting in a plethora of content being cut out, thus a game being marred for it?
You wouldn't say!
What's that? I think I can see it over the horizon. That's right.
I was gonna say Sonic 06, but those also make sense.
Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, and...
I've actually played that game. I've actually played Spyro Legend of the Dragonfly in the GameCube, and this also on the GameCube. I didn't have any other system when I was very young. It was usually Nintendo systems, actually. I did have a PlayStation 3, but I don't think mine's backwards compatible in any sense. Though, interestingly, all of the models seem to be backwards compatible with PlayStation 1. That's an interesting note.
Crash Bandicoot.
Also, nice pictures here.
For the Wrath of Cortex. Vivendi Universal has a really bad problem with rushing games. And
you don't say!
And for me, I think Crash Twinsanity turned out fine. However,
it could always turn out better if it has a tendency to be rushed, because you always wonder, what if? I mean, it might be good. You say it's good enough as is, but you wonder, what would it be? What would it be if it was in 2 more years of development instead of just this year? Like Sonic something?
However, it could have been so much better if it was given the time it needed. But that's neither here nor there. So let's get into the actual project, shall we? So how will I be handling this? Well, just like other Crash Bandicoot games, ladies and gentlemen, this will be a 100% run, which means I will be going for all the gems, which are handled differently in this game, along with a lot of other things. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this game gets rid of the linear level progression and warp rooms and goes full open world on us. Now, it's still...
with some linear.
Linear to a degree.
Yeah.
But it still...
not that.
Is
I'm doing other things.
A lot more open than previous games. And this isn't the first time they tried this. They originally had...
good part to show open.
This idea plan for Crash Bandicoot 4 back when Mark Cerny was in charge of the project, but after Mark Cerny left to work for Sony, what ended up happening was they scrapped
Mark
it.
who?
What ended up happening was they worked for Sony. What ended up happening was Sony, after Mark Cerny left to work for Sony, what ended up happening was they scrapped that and we ended up getting Wrath of Cortex instead. But for the most part, as a result of the change, gems are now found inside the stages. You don't need to get a certain box total. You don't need to go to any bonus rooms. You just have to go and find the gem and collect them. What do they unlock? They unlock concept art and cut content from the game that you can see. But anyway, guys,
that you can watch, basically.
I'm going to end it off right here. This is Benoxus1359, and I welcome you guys to Let's Play Crash Twinsanity. I've been waiting to do this one, folks. See you guys next time.
Alright. Well, that wasn't very much for this video, but it's a start, honestly. Is there anything else I need to say here? I'm just looking at Crash's weird eye right here. Oh, this was also done by Capitalist. The one I was just at a moment sort of watching. Record videos at 720p 60. That's what I'm doing right now. And not 1080p 60 because no dedicated graphics card. So it can't run properly without having to take out a few frames. I guess it makes sense, but still, it's bummer. Anyway, Twinsanity is also my favorite Crash game. UV06 Austin, I 100% agree. Yes, I just need to get my copy fixed ASAP. Twinsanity is one of the few games I sold that I kind of regret selling, but I also can't be arsed to get another copy. Asked? You mean? I don't know. To get another copy of it. I also was never able to beat the game because I couldn't make it through the last level just before the final boss fight. It's one of the greatest games I've ever played, even if I don't put it on a list of my favorite games. Even though I don't ever put it on a list of my favorite games. Don't remind me. The final level is going to be a pain for me, which you've already finished at this point. You're doing the Insane Trilogy. That's what it is. Roxas, thank you for reliving my childhood. Keep going with this. Eat jelly. Okay, no problem. That must have been at the moment. Funny thing is, I did shout yes when I saw this. Gotta love that acapella soundtrack. Man, I love this game. The story, the music, the gameplay, I love it all. This is going to be fun. Everyone waited for this Let's Play, but they have to wait a while longer for gameplay. XD. I need time to render them. They take about 2 to 3 hours for some reason. This episode itself took 2 for some reason. I need to mess with my settings when I get back to rendering more. I had a feeling. I was just joking around. Oh, I know, but I just felt needed to mention that something's up with Twinsanity because no project has ever taken that long to render. Well, in 720p and 60 frames per second. It takes a lot more 1080p 60 frames per second, I will admit, but I just want the best for everything. Is that so wrong? Looks like you got your work cut out for you. Yeah, so let's see what's more here. Just more questions racing. Okay then. And Crash Taking Racing Part 1. Okay then. Okay, it's got 21 likes and 1 dislike. I wonder who disliked it. I don't know. But it's not me. Boop. Anyway, I guess that's it for this. It's not really much. It's rather small, and it doesn't take much space, so... Okay. So, sorry about that, just a small interruption. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you next time. I wonder how Roxas 1359 is gonna... I wonder how it's gonna, respond to this. I wonder how it's gonna respond to this. Oh, well then.